Hello? Check. All right. Hopefully that fixes whatever that was. Man. I think I was playing the stream in another window. That's better. You gotta love technology. So, what are we doing? What am I doing today? Well, I just got one of these Digitech Whammy pedals, which is kind of it's an effect that allows you to change the pitch of your guitar. It's, you know, I had one a long time ago, but I didn't use it much. You know, when you do that U2 thing. Yeah, so it's been out for a while. I never had much use for it because, I don't know, it's kind of gimmicky. But the new model, and someone pointed out this to me on my Facebook, has a Midi input, right? Which is pretty cool. So that kind of increases what you can do with this, at least in my mind. Because you're not limited to just controlling with this pedal. You can actually send MIDI commands, you can change channels, you can, you know, control this via MIDI, so you don't have to actually touch it. So I saw a guy on YouTube, and he did this thing, and where he's basically, you know, switching different patches on this, and it's creating a weird dubstep kind of thing. And I thought, that's really cool. So I figured I should try it myself. And figured I'll do it live just so you can kind of see what I'm getting up to. So a couple of things first. I've been off, like, when's the last time I was on this thing? Like 2 months ago or something? So yeah, way too long, and I feel terrible about it. I feel awful. But just stuff came up, you know, like real annoying adult stuff that I don't like dealing with, but you kind of have to. So, you know, now I'm back, and I'm hopefully going to do this a little more regularly. You know, I'm going to try at least. So when I was gone, a guy, Finger, actually donated $8, which is super nice of him. And he never got his little message because I was off. So let's play his message. So Finger, he says, thanks for the great tutorials, Dave. I've been trying to learn to code Arduino and Raspberry Pi to do similar projects to yours. The videos have been very helpful. I'm trying to design realistic e-drums for one of my sons. I'll share whenever I complete. So that's really nice, super generous of you. And yeah, please do share, you know, if you come up with something and you want to share it, like if you send me an email or send me a picture, and I'll put it on the Facebook page so everyone can enjoy your work. But once again, to Finger, thank you so much. Okay, cool. So now I think we're back up to speed. I got Zorophone in the chat. Hello to you. He's a new viewer. So welcome. So I'm hoping this is gonna work. So like I'm just gonna go for it, and we're gonna see what happens. So let's open up the owner's manual, and we'll see what it says. And of course, all the good fun stuff is always at the back. So anything useful in a manual is at the back few pages. So here we have MIDI program changes. Okay, so it says the Whammy uses MIDI program change commands for effect selection. Effects can be selected in either active or bypass state. Okay. The following illustrations show the MIDI program change. When set to classic mode. Besides that, I watched your YouTube channel before. I never got a chance to watch your streams though. Well, there you go. It's like my YouTube, but with more stuttering and less cohesion, I guess. But anyway, so here you go. I don't know if you can see that, but so it takes MIDI program channels, program change messages, and basically here's how they're mapped. So program channel 1 is this first patch, 2, and all the way down. And it seems like it, if you go to this number starting here, it will switch to the channel but in a bypass state. So that's like you're hitting that. And there's 2 modes. There's classic and chord. And you can change to chord patches with these numbers here. So I guess they just go up, yeah, 43 and so on. Hey Casey, Edwards, taking a break from the grind to see what you're up to. I know all about the grind. That's why I haven't been streaming for a while. But welcome. Yeah, take a break, slack. You know, don't do your work. That's my advice for you. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to experiment to see if we can hook up a Teensy 3.1 through MIDI to this guy to control it and do some weird sonic stuff. Also, it's got MIDI continuous controller commands. If you remember, that's MIDI CC. And so on MIDI CC 11, you can adjust this. All right, that's really cool. So we can do both. Okay, so if you guys have never seen the Teensy before, it's kind of a small Arduino compatible board, but it does more stuff, and it's a little more full functioned, especially when it comes to USB and stuff like that. Yeah, I've kind of started switching stuff over. So if you've been following my YouTube stuff, you know I do a lot of MIDI with the Arduino, especially the Uno. But there's a real block with that as far as USB MIDI, and that's something I want to start doing because everybody's kind of asking for it. So yeah, so that's why I'm kind of switching to the Teensy, but it works very similar to the Arduino. And I also use one in the Twitch Switch project, which is up now. So this is my switch box for Twitch, which allows me to switch to different scenes, right? You know, which is I found to be really useful. And you know, I can go to different benches, turn myself right off, which is probably good because, you know, who wants to see that? But anyway, so this is cool. It's on the web page, so if you want to build your own, you can. It's all the codes there and everything. Okay, so let's get to the task at hand. So let's go to this. Yeah, that's a good view. So I've got a brand new, where is it? Over there. A brand new Arduino sketch, right? I got my Teensy set up. So I built a little MIDI input circuit. Let's just explain that a bit. So if you've been following my stuff, we built millions of MIDI input circuits, but this one's a little different, and I'll show you why if I can find a pen. where is it? There we go. Okay, so it's a very simple circuit. This is a MIDI out circuit, right? So if we have our jack, there's basically, at the back of the jack, there's 5 pins. All right. So the middle pin just goes directly to ground. The pin on the right, the far right, no, sorry, the second pin to the right goes through a 10 ohm resistor and then to the TX pin on the Teensy board. All right, nice writing. The other pin, this guy here, goes through a 33 ohm resistor and then to the plus voltage, which in this case is 3.3 volts. Now, if you've been following my stuff, you know that usually we use 220 ohm resistors for these guys. So why did we switch to 10 ohms and 33 ohms? Well, that's because the Teensy board is not a 5 volt device. It's a 3.3 volt device. So we have to decrease these values to make the same current flow through the circuit. So the MIDI spec says that the current flowing through your MIDI cable should be 5 milliamps. All right? So we have to, with our decreased voltage, have to make sure we can keep it at 5 milliamps, and these resistor values are the ones that you would use to do that. Okay? And I'm going to do a whole video on this because 3.3 MIDI is becoming a thing now that a lot of boards are coming with the lower voltage. So yeah, I'll do a better explanation, but that's why, if you're wondering. And if you're not, I'm sorry. Okay, so let's do some programming. Why don't we? Okay, so first step is we'll get rid of all this nonsense. And we've got our setup and loop functions in place, which are a requirement for the Arduino system. So first of all, we're going to use the MIDI library like we've done before. So we're going to have to include our MIDI library. So I got a little cheat sheet here because I always forget the exact commands to do it. All right, so that will add the MIDI library code to our program. And then in our setup, we have to do a MIDI dot begin. Okay, so MIDI dot begin. So that will start the MIDI library. It will start what we call a MIDI object. All right? So that's the requirement. So that should have our MIDI library up and running. So we'll do a quick verify. No, actually, I'm going to leave that for a sec. Okay, so now we'll go to our loop. And yeah, let's just do it real simple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a little for loop, and we're going to run a little test. So for note equals, and we'll make a variable. We'll call it note. Yeah, let's just do that. So for note equals 0. Listen or equal to. Now, what was the range we had here? So the range. So I'm going to try to make it go down this row. Okay, that'll be my first goal. So you can see the channel number is 1 to 10. So let's go. Yeah, we'll do note equals 1. Because I don't think there's a 0 in this, but we'll go 9. We'll see how that works. Okay. And then note plus plus. Okay, so what we're basically doing is we're making a loop. It's going to loop from the number 1 to 9, and it's going to just increase that by 1 every time through the loop. Okay, so for each time, let's do Midi dot send program change. All right, and that's good. So you see how you can tell a command is correct because it turned orange. So that's a good, helpful thing. And let's see, there's 2 parameters. So we'll go note, comma, 1. All right, so what I did there, note is going to be our number, right? That's going to be set by this for loop. The 1 is the Midi channel, and I'm assuming this guy's on channel 1. I think you can change it, but I'm going to assume it's on channel 1. That's it. All right, and let's do a delay, just so we don't whip through this like crazy. Delay, let's do 10 milliseconds. And yeah. All right, let's see. So now what we have to do is go up to Tools, make sure our Teensy is set 3.1, yes. And our serial type, we're not going to use that right now. COM port is correct, yes, yes, yes. And all right, I'm gonna get rid of my Twitch switch for a sec, because sometimes when you have multiple Teensys hooked up, you program the wrong one. Okay, good. So to do Teensy programming, what you do is you hit verify first, the first time, and it gives you a horrible error message. What did I do wrong? Delay, it's not wrong. Maybe there's a space that it doesn't like. Oh, there you go. Forgot my semicolon. Programming. All right, that looks better. Yeah, let's see. This fishy gamer got it right away. He figured that out. And Casey Edwards figured it out too. All right, you guys are all like 5 steps ahead of me here. Okay, good. So let's see. Where's my thing here? Okay, it opened on the other window. So that what will happen is you'll get this little guy here. That is your Arduino, your Teensy loader. And you guys have all been burned by the colon. Yes, burning colons. That sounds so bad. All right, so let me get back where I was here. So now we'll upload and we'll see what we broke. So I gotta do a manual reboot. Reboot, okay. Ooh, crazy. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, we're looping through this like crazy fast. Oh, that's melodious. So that's the sound of that thing whipping through these patches like really fast. Wow, there you go. That's a new musical art form right there. So let's go up to 100 delay and we'll slow it down a bit and we'll see if we can make it sound like something. All right, so now we got a little better rate, okay? Whoa, freaky. That's kind of interesting in its own right. But it's good to know that this thing is fast enough that we can, you know, we can change it pretty fast. Like it doesn't seem to be any speed limit to what we can do. So let me just try a little slower. I just want to hear the individual patches. Program. All right. That is freaky. All right, so I'm enjoying that already. Okay, so we have verified that that program change works and our circuit works and everything works. That's really cool. Really nice. Okay, so that's test number 1. Now the next thing we'll do is we're going to test the Midi CC commands that basically change the pedal, and we'll see if we can do that. So why don't I do a loop within a loop? So we'll change the program, and let's just do a little variable. So we'll go from 0. I is less than 128. Because remember, our MIDI CC range is 0 to 127, right? So what am I doing here? Okay. What was the channel number? So it's MIDI CC 11. Okay. So capitals. Oop, no, it's not continuous. Control change. Is that right? Yes, that's right. So MIDI CC number 11. Our note will be I, and our channel will be 1. Okay, cool. And that's it. So it's going to do that. and then it's going to sweep up from 0 to 128, then it will go to the next patch and sweep up to 128. All right, makes sense to me. Ah. What am I doing? What's wrong? Why? Oh, why is there an extra bracket? That makes no sense. My brackets are all messed up. There's that one. That's that one. That's that one. This is an extra one. No, that's wait, note. What am I expecting to have before that? So I've screwed up my brackets. Hold on a sec. So that's my loop. That's my this. That's my this. 3. Where's, oh man, stupid semicolon. Damn it. All right. I don't know why that's catching me out so much today. Whoa. All right, so I think, yeah, it's working. It sounds like it's working, but it's just way too fast, so we can't hear. So let's do a little delay of 10. So we can actually slow down the sweep a little bit. That is trippy. So it's basically, yeah, it's going through each patch. And then it's basically doing a full pedal sweep on each patch. What's that, Sufficient Gamers? Yeah, so the program changes for presets, the control changes for this pedal, basically. So it's the same as sweeping the pedal. All right, that's pretty damn cool. Okay, that's good. So I would say that's a successful test. So let's, I'm going to leave that and I'm going to make a new one. Okay, so I think yeah, so that's right, gamer. Yeah, so the pedal has a sweep range of 127. So let's, how can we expand this? So what I want to do is I want to make, I'll make some functions that basically that do different things, and we can call them in interesting ways. So what am I doing here? Let's do this first one. We'll call it sweep down. All right, so now we can have some fun here. So sweep down will be, now do I want to, I'm going to have a variable. So I can, in this function, basically send a patch number to it, and then whatever patch number is going to just sweep it down. If that makes sense. Right. And let's do another one for time. Oop, don't use that. Yeah, all these keywords are used. Okay, so the first thing we'll do is we'll send a program change, and we'll send the program change to patch, and then we'll do a sweep down. So byte is 127. Oops. Oh, it's the double equals because we're doing a condition. Y equals I, blah, 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 blah. Delay will be DLY. Okay, so good. Let's just comment this out for a sec. Isn't watching programming fun? It must be just a thrill. Auto format. Okay. So all we're going to do in our loop function is we're going to call this patch. Sweep down. What's a good patch? Let's do patch 1. Sure. And our delay will be, let's go 50. Semicolon. There you go. Remembered. All right, let's see what happens. Set the right patch. Yeah, why is it not doing that? 11, yeah. I equals 127, I equals 0. Looks like we're stuck. Okay, so what the heck? Wait, I equals 120. All right, let me just try something here. What am I doing? Where did I lose my colon? That sounds stupid. Where are we? You can make whammy great again. Yes, it was never great to begin with, but now it will be. Because we're going to make it sound like Skrillex or something. That way you can hit one chord and the whammy will just do everything for you, and you can make a ton of money without doing anything, with having no skill or anything. Let's see, what am I doing here? Apply forward. Where did I put it? What did I do? That's dumb. All right, there you go. Losing it. So Casey can, yeah, potential for some LFO tempo synced action. That's right. So what I want to do once I get this is I want to have it read a Midi clock. So you could say hook it up to something and it will sync in time to your track. Like you can hook it up to Ableton or whatever. But before we do that, we got to get this dumb thing to work. And why is it not? And why am I dumb? All right, so before we do that, we're going to do, just for my own sanity, I equals, let's see if I can go the other way. Hold on a sec. Just give me a sec here. There we go. I could definitely see how you could use that in a song, because that is just beautiful and melodic. Okay, cool. That's good. So that works. So let's just try an example a little quicker. Make sure that works. And let's do another patch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. To patch 8. There we go. Yeah, there you go. So now we got, like, that's a sweep down. Yeah, that's what I want, right? So that's right. So I'm actually sweeping the pedal up. All right, so that's kind of cool. We got a function. So let's make some more. So we'll leave that, and let's make another one. Let's see. So let's do a, how about we'll try like a square wave kind of thing. So, oh yeah, let's try it. So let's call it square. Is that used by anything? Nope. And what do I want? I want a patch. Again. And let's do the same thing, the delay byte. So I guess in the actual thing, this will be the MIDI clock tempo. All right, so let's just copy some of this. What's that? Yeah, square wave is safe because it's easy to do, and the sine algorithm is harder for sure. But what you would do normally is you'd use a lookup table with a sine shape in it, because yeah, it takes a lot of calculations to do real sine. So we'll do fake sine when we get to that. So what am I doing? So let's do a loop. So I'm going to do a number of, you know, a couple of square things. Am I even speaking words? What am I even doing? So byte equals 0. How many iterations do we want to do? Let's do 20. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll do a control change to 0. What's that? I've used lookup tables for linear interpolation in custom contact instruments before. That's pretty cool, man. I get the feeling everybody on this thing knows more than I do, and it makes me nervous. It makes me feel bad about myself. Let's see. So we're going to send a, yeah, not to I, but to 0. And then we're going to delay. So this is real cheap and easy way to do this. We're going to delay, what, 50? No, actually we'll delay our delay. What am I doing? We can change it. And then we'll set it back to full. Now let's do the opposite. So I'm going to go high first and then back to 0. And then we'll delay again. Yeah, kind of like that. And then we'll leave it at 0, which is good. Patch, sure. Let's see what I did wrong. I did something wrong. No, did I? Oh, I gotta actually do it in the code. Never mind. So let's do square. That still works. Square. Yep. Patch. Let's do patch 1. That's like a up sweep thing. And we'll do a delay of 40. Sure, why not? So hopefully this is going to do this crazy down sweep, and then it will give me a do this. Stuck. I think I gotta do the double equals. Let's try it one more time. So it worked. It sounds beautiful, but we got stuck because this loop, I think, didn't ever break. Not doing it. Just give me one sec here, guys. Let me just check something. So for the life of me, I can't remember if it's supposed to be an equality statement or just a simple greater than, less than. Let's do this. Right, control change, 0, 1, yes, delay, thing, yes, yes, yes. Okay. What's that case? Do you have to reset the counter after it reaches 20 back to 0? It shouldn't. No, you don't have to, because every time it calls this, once you you initiate this for loop, see this first thing, it's going to actually set the byte or the loop counter back to 0, or it should. Yeah, so now it's working, right? All right, way too fast, but does it stop? Yeah, so let's let's do a more musical value of 200. So we can actually hear the square wave. There we go. See, that's actually kind of useful. Okay, now here's the test. So we're going to do both. And hopefully it's going to do a sweep, and then it will do a square, and then it should loop between those two things. So we can... Is that Sufficient Gamer? Yeah, it sounds cool. It does. Like, it's actually kind of good. It makes me sound like I'm some fancy guitar player, and I'm not doing anything, which is the whole idea. There you go. So let's let's turn our loop. It's holding on that a little long. So let's. So now we got kind of the dubsteppy thing going, like with different little choppy elements. That's freaky. See, that's pretty fun. You got to admit. All right, so that's a pretty cool proof of concept right there. What else can we do? So I think my idea with this is, like, I'll make a bunch of little kind of sections like this and maybe map it to a MIDI input. So like maybe a note value, so you could be on, like, say, a keyboard, and you could hit like a C and it will give you the first type, and you can hit a C sharp, it'll give you the second type or something. That way you could, like Sufficient just said, you could hook it up to a DAW, right? And that's the idea. So the two things I want to do, like, this is an awesome proof of concept, but what I wanted to do is you could hook this up to your DAW, so your DAW could send, like, I'll build a MIDI input on this as well. So you hook that to your DAW sends, like, say, a note on command that would trigger one of these modes, and then that would trigger this. So you can do it in time to your whatever, your song. And if it's syncing to MIDI clock, then yeah, it would automatically, what am I even saying? It would it would automatically adjust the tempo, and I need to figure out also, different note values. So like, say I would just set it for quarter notes, like a dive in a quarter note time frame, and then you could do eighth notes, so you could set up cool little rhythms and stuff like that. I think that's kind of where I want to go with this. All right, but I'm happy so far. That's pretty neat. I'm trying to think of one more thing I could do. So I guess the next thing. Yeah, that would be pretty sweet. I agree. Now here's another thought. All right, this just came to me. So we have some octave sweeps here. So we have a 1 octave up and we have an octave down. Now, if you set it to that mode, could we not figure out the pitch, you know, of the different degrees of the pedal sweep, so you could actually play melodies? So you'd hit one note on the guitar, and you could actually have it play entire melodies. You know, that could be a separate mode, but I think that's kind of cool. So let's see if we can do that. Why not? So let's call it melody. So what I'd probably have to do is go through this with a tuner and find the exact number that would, you know, that would correspond to each note. But for now, we'll just do a cheap and nasty version. Yeah, like a pitch sequencer. That, I think that would be really neat. I'm not sure how accurate this is, but in my head, that would be really cool. So we're not going to do a patch because I'm going to. No, we'll do a patch. Yeah, so that way I can change it. Once again, byte. So if it's MIDI, could you just divide the 12 notes by 127? Possibly. Possibly if it's a linear equation, right? If it isn't, which I'm not sure, then sometimes they make these logarithmic, but if it's linear, it should. So why don't we try that? That's a very good idea. Okay, so we're going to send our program change thing. Yeah, linear always makes life easy. Let's see. So we're going to do a control change. So we're going to take Casey's idea and we're going to rip him right off. So my first note, so let's see. So 0. So if we go live math skills, so 120 values divided by 12 gives me 10 point something. So let's round it to 10, and we're going to go up in intervals of 10, and maybe that will be semitones. We'll have to see. That's why we try things. So let's do a for loop again. And I think we can go up, yeah, we'll go up by 10. I is less than, what am I doing? I did something wrong there. I is less than, move my keyboard more closely to this. Less than 128. And we'll go I equals I plus 10. Nice formatting. Okay. So we're going to send this in I, yes, delay will be delay. So hopefully this will sweep up. So it'll be 9, 19, yeah, okay. I need my brackets. That's that one, that's that one, that's auto format. Okay, so my, oh, I didn't, what am I doing today? Melody, byte, patch, byte delay, maybe same program. Patch 1, yes. Byte. Oh, 1. What are you, moron? There you go. Yeah, I gotta do it here, so I'm gonna just get rid of these for a sec. And let's do melody. So we'll do patch 1. We'll do delay 200 again, and let's see what that gets us. Yeah, you guys figured it out. Yeah. You can kind of hear it. You can hear the steps. But it seems to be ramping. I'm going to try. Just want to see if I can hear the actual steps. That's right. Typing in front of audience is not, it's not simple. I'm not this dumb, and there we go. So you can hear the individual steps. That's pretty cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's proof of concept. So let's do the whole shebang, and we'll make a lovely song. That's mode 1, mode 2. All right, so I think we're going to be able to do that. And what I would probably do is have that as a separate mode. So you could just send a stream of MIDI notes and it would actually tune this to the note. You know, I think that'd be pretty cool. just want to hear this with some distortion. Hear like if it's... Yeah, pretty nice. I think this is gonna work. That's beautiful. All right, what do you guys think? I think this is cool. I think this is a thing we should pursue. This is honestly the most fun I've ever had with a whammy pedal. I'm liking that square wave one. That's probably the most useful one so far. So let me try that. See if we can actually make some musical stuff with that. All right, nice. What's that? Every time a whammy pedal is dissed, Tom Morello cries. That's right. And he is bawling his eyes out right now. I think it's an awesome hack into a more useful pedal though. Yeah, I think so too. Like I might actually enjoy using it after this. All right, cool guys. That's pretty good start. So why don't we'll continue this and gradually make this into something full-fledged and see where this goes. So thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. That was great. I've been away for a long time and I gotta just do the streaming, you know? Like I'm always kind of like, I don't have anything to do, but I think this is fun. Just like go on, do my normal work and hang out. You know, no stress, no, not a big deal. All right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out and I hope to see you next time. So once again, visit notesandvolts.com up there. And join the Facebook page, subscribe on YouTube, you know all that stuff. I'm just being pathetic right now. But anyways, I'll see you next time and have a good night. Good night, Casey. Good night, Sufficient.